What is happening, everybody? You are live on Backchannel. Happy Monday. It is Monday morning. I am your pal Hal, and we are going to do this. We are doing it. We're doing it live. Grass puddles in the house. Great to see you. It is 11:02 a.m. here in the home office of the Your Pal Hal Show, Los Angeles, California. And we're going to be here for 2 hours. This is going to be a 2-hour joyride, folks. That is right. We're doing it for 2 hours. And what's in store? What are we going to get up to? We're going to talk about some pop culture news, trending topics. We're going to touch on all a big weekend. This was, did you hear about this weekend? You had the Grammys. You had WrestleMania. You had Morbius. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to cram it all in. We're going to jam it. We're going to cram it. We're going to slam it. That's right. And on top of news, pop culture, movies, there's going to be, as Grass Puddle, my friend, just mentioned, hijinks, shenanigans, goofs, gags, and nonsense. Oh, in full effect. So make sure you stick around for all that. And I'm so glad you're here. Whatever you're up to, if maybe you're working from home, maybe you're folding laundry, maybe you're just like getting up and rubbing the cobwebs out of your eyes. If that's the case, that was for you. And yeah, whatever you're doing, I'm damn glad you're here. And let us know what you're up to. I want to know what'd you get up to this weekend. Well, Travis and I, my producer, I'll bring him in a minute. We'll talk about the weekend. What were you up to this weekend? Or what are you doing right now? Let us know. Because the show, the Your Pal Hal Show, is 100% better when you are involved, when you're chit-chatting with us. Not only that, 4 out of 5 dentists recommend listening and engaging with the Your Pal Hal Show. Now, that 5th dentist, well, I think he's going to be sued for malpractice, for drugging his patients and doing something that violates good standards and practices. All right? That's just me. So that 5th dentist can go take a walk. But those 4 out of 5, those are my people. So how do you participate in the Your Pal Hal Show? A couple different ways. If you're enjoying us on your at-home smart device, you can go ahead and get your smart device's attention. Then use the magic word, say. And then from there, you can say anything you want. So smart device, say, I am working from home. Or smart device, say, I am shaving my legs. Or smart device, say, yep, I am just sitting here staring into the void, contemplating existence. Great, love it. Thanks for joining us. Or you can chit-chat with us over YouTube's, chit-chatting on the YouTubes. Or you can go to backchannel.tv, chat with us there, and or you can leave a review of the Your Pal Hal Show. So you can say, Your Pal Hal gets me through my day. Your Pal Hal, I tolerate him and his shenanigans. Or Your Pal Hal makes me feel validated for my snack choices. Whatever your review of the show is, please go ahead, join us, and leave your review of the Your Pal Hal Show. Grass Puddle saying that 5th dentist is anti-snack. Yes, this is a very snack-forward zone. Cautious Barracuda in New Jersey. What is up? My home state, New Jersey. Ohio is really representing today. Doug in Ohio. And then my pal Greg. Greg, are you waking up? Are you awakened? I'm awakened right now. Greg, it's always great to have you here. Dismiss is in the house. Second Panther is hanging out with us. London is here. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Very excited. And also with us is the gentleman who's got his hands firmly on the controls. Folks, let's please welcome to the show Producer Travis. Producer Travis, welcome.
Hello.
Oh, I'm getting all the... you might want to use a headphone or something there. I was hearing myself.
Are we still hearing ourselves?
Am I still hearing myself?
Yeah.
No.
All right, problem solved. All right.
Thank you,
Hello.
Travis. Travis, what's going on? What's been happening with you this past weekend? I haven't seen you in 46 hours.
It's been a whole time. Yeah, it was 46 hours, huh? Because we started 11. That's right. You know, it's one of those weekends where I honestly don't know. It just flew by. I had such a close to the week. I'd help a friend move late at night one night.
Oh yeah, like a thief in the night. Your friend
like a
was
thief in the night.
Yeah, like crazy. Where's the litigation at?
I have fully opted out. I have decided that I played my part in this. Life is but a stage, and we are all helping our friends move. And I decided that after that, what I did was take a big nap, and that's pretty much been my modus operandi the whole weekend. That's some good stuff. Yeah, it's been great. I mean, it's also, I'm not sure how it was over in your neck of the woods, but it was like overcast here most of the weekend, and
sure.
For me, that's nap time. We're doing it. It's happening.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get a little nap time in. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
That's you know what? That's some good stuff. And all right, so just a restful weekend for you, huh, Travis?
A restful weekend, and I narrowly dodged like probably 2 or 3 plans with people that were either in town for a minute or things like that. And, I try to be accommodating. I'm also trying to get out there, and now that we're able to, by and large, but I had the secret wish in the back of my head. I'm like, oh my goodness, what I would give for these plans to fall through. And every single one of them did.
Yeah, there are a lot of memes where people are like, me when my plans fall through. And it's just like someone like, yes, at home.
Yeah, and that was me. I embodied that.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Been there. Nice.
How about you? What's up in your weekend?
Couple of things. I won my fantasy basketball league.
Whoa! They said it couldn't be done.
I was going into the last week of the season. I was the 6th seed. I was number 6 out of 12, and the top 6 teams make it. And then for the first week of the playoffs, I jumped up to 4th, and so I was the 4th seed going into the actual playoffs. And then I beat the top 2 teams back-to-back weeks, and with literally smoke and mirrors. My top 5 of my top 7 picks were done for the season.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it was my team, the waiver wire dandies, won by the skin of their teeth. And I'm, you know what, pretty proud. And just wheeling and dealing.
Who was your, what was your final starting 5? One more time.
Okay, my final starting 5. I know this is a controversial segment where I talk about my fantasy basketball team.
You got to take a victory lap.
Sure. My starting 5, okay, Nikola Vucevic,
Whew.
Kyrie Irving at point guard, Nikola Vucevic at center,
That's right. That's right.
You know, I might have to start 2 centers on my team because those are like Clint Capella of
Throwing it
the
back.
Atlanta Hawks,
Mm-hmm.
Miles Bridges at small
Nice.
forward
Nice.
from the Charlotte Hornets, and I will go either R.J. Barrett on the Knicks.
He's had a year.
Yeah. He was
Turned
a late
around.
pickup because he started off in the toilet and then he pulled it
Yeah.
out, and so I
He
picked
pulled
him up.
himself
Also,
out of the toilet.
He absolutely pulled himself out of the toilet. And one more pickup, like just these waiver wire guys who came in and lit it up for me. Emmanuel Quickly on the Knicks.
All right.
Came in and stepped it up. So yeah, a lot of it's not a team filled with Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, and Giannis and KD, and it's a little bit of it's a scrappy group. Andrew McLean, thank you. Oh, damn, Grass Puddle reminding me it was 11-11 while I was jibber jabbering about my fantasy basketball team. We missed the 11-11. Thank you, Simon, for the congrats. And no snacks for Andrew McLean until 6 tonight, hitting the 24-hour monthly fast today. Wow. Nicely done. Incremental fasting, intermittent fasting can be good for what ails you. Very nice. I am not going to fast because if I started fasting, I would pretty soon be down to my birth weight. Andrew McLean says anything light, fruit, protein shake, vegetables, etc. Good fast-breaking snack. Talking with Grass Puddle. Simon says, my wife and I and her family always break fasting on Yom Kippur with Chinese food. That's, Chinese food, a good Jewish tradition. Travis, do you know what Jewish Christmas is?
Not by name. I haven't. Go ahead, please enlighten me.
Yeah, so if you were like on Christmas, if someone says they had a Jewish Christmas, going to a movie and then eating Chinese food. Or
nice.
Reverse order, eating Chinese food and going to a movie. Grass Puddle lost his wish because his wish was that we don't talk fantasy basketball, I guess. I think that's what that interprets to. And thank you for the Andrew McLean says solid lineup. There we go. I was going to wish to end world hunger, but let's listen to this instead.
Hey.
Thank you, Grass.
You won.
I won. And then I mentioned Friday that I was going to get a haircut.
Looking good.
But guess what?
Didn't happen?
I opted to take a nap instead of going to get a haircut.
Yeah.
And last night, I cut my own hair again.
Hey, it looks good.
Not bad. Yeah. Not completely ridiculous. Not utterly buffoonish.
No, the sides are looking sharp. I admire that sense of freedom because I'm at this point now. It's been about a month out since my last haircut, and I'm like, man, if I could just take the sides down, but I just don't trust myself at all to do that.
Well, I've practiced. I've done plenty of trial and error, and I've started using the longer attachments for the razor I have.
Mm-hmm.
Grass Puddle says scruff level low too. Yeah, I shaved on. When did I shave? Friday afternoon, Saturday. Anyway, here we are. What a Monday. And we, Garfield hates Mondays. But you know what? I don't mind a Monday with my friends right here on Backchannel for the Your Pal Hal show. Travis.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say we dive into the Twitterverse, launch ourselves headlong into the Twitter sphere, and see what's trending here?
Sounds good.
Oh, Debbie Butterfield in the house. Travis's mom Debbie Butterfield. We always love hearing from her, and she's admonishing Travis. Travis, do not cut your own hair.
Wasn't planning on it.
Simon says, a reminder, Heathcliff is just a poor man's version of Garfield, the poorest man's version. But also, Heathcliff came before Garfield. Debbie Butterfield, continuing, even though your hairdresser is pricey, you would never be happy if you cut your own hair, and I cannot see you wearing a baseball cap. Love you.
You would never be happy. Just, dang, all right. Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Also, I had a little blemish right here that I picked at, and now I've got a little,
right on.
Yeah, more of a blemish. You know what? Moral of the story, it's fun to pick at yourself. Do you ever pick at yourself, Travis?
I try not to. It's a human experience.
Good.
I try to avoid it.
Good. You know what? That's for the best.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this. Do you ever perform minor surgery on yourself?
Not often. I'm trying to think of what that could. No, I'm gonna say no. I generally don't trust myself. I wouldn't put my life into my own hands, which for better or worse.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it.
I won't.
Yeah, because it only leads to making something bad.
Yeah, no, and that's
a little worse.
I've done that as soon, I'm sure, as recently as this year. I've had one of those moments where I'm like, I've got this, and then it's like, I don't got this, and the next day I'm like,
I don't
dang.
got this. All right, let's see what's trending here, Travis.
Speaking of blemishes.
Oh yeah, Ukraine, Russia continues the war on Ukraine, and let's get an update here. Zelensky pleads for tougher Russia sanctions as calls for war crime investigations continue. Just some horrible, horrible stuff happening over there. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky on Monday visited the town of Bucha, a suburb northwest of Kyiv, after the discovery of mass graves following the withdrawal of Russian forces, AFP reports. Ukraine officials have asked the International Criminal Court, ICC, to investigate evidence of possible Russian war crimes there. Germany said it is not possible to cut off the Russian gas supply, as its finance minister said, we need some time, according to AFP. Meanwhile, the U.S. ambassador to the UN is expected to call for Russia to be suspended from the Human Rights Council, CNN reports. There you go. So a lot of disturbing images, and yeah, you can find that. You can find that on. We're not going to post too many of those images. Yeah, there's just death, just a picture of death and destruction right there. But on Reddit and on Twitter, you can find them. You can find them. Terrible stuff. Are there any more bullet points, etc., Travis?
No summaries, just kind of various news stories.
Yeah. So, yeah, Vladimir Putin is a war criminal. There you have it. Meanwhile, our friend Simon says that Hal, I should turn this blemish into a teardrop tattoo. It would give me a lot of unearned street cred. Unearned street cred. I want to welcome Green Lobster in Ohio. Welcome. Ohio representing today. Fancy Aardvark, Modest Butterfly, Cautious Barracuda in my home state and in New Jersey. This is Cautious Barracuda says, what's this poster behind me? And this is a poster of a little painting that was featured in Goodfellas, the Martin Scorsese film Goodfellas. And Cautious Barracuda also asking, did I see Moon Knight on Disney+? Yes, I did watch the first episode of Moon Knight. Really enjoyed it. Madasaro said, blemish, this is the mark of a man. Yes. It takes a real man to pick at himself. Thank you, Madasaro. Oh, and my cord is
We've lost audio. We still have Hal, but we've lost audio. I think he may have stepped on something on accident. Let's see. Let me just let him know that.
there.
There it is. We're back.
And what is that?
Oh,
what is up? What is
whatever,
up?
When you went to adjust, I think something was stepped on or something. We lost audio for a second there, and picture, picture,
gotcha.
and then audio. We're good now.
Yeah.
It's all nominal. Yes. Just doing my
what?
my,
We
my
lost
VP
picture.
duties.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Shout out to S. Friedman. S. Friedman, who's welcome to the party. Nope, we're keeping this all above board. I'm keeping my shirt on for this live stream. Listen, we kind of have a no shirt, no service policy with this live stream that we're doing. But S. Friedman, glad to have you in the house. Debbie Butterfield said, absolutely disgusting, but even worse to tell everyone that you've done it. Now, are you talking about, I don't know if Travis's mom is talking about the war crimes in Ukraine, performing surgery on oneself, or cutting my own hair. I think she's referring to me cutting my own hair, that it's absolutely disgusting, and it's even worse to tell people I've done it. I never said anything about a pants rule because you only get me from the chest up. So listen, my pants, my business. All right. Thank you very much. Pants on the ground, pants on the ground. That refrain from a few years back, Brett Favre. That's got to be like 10 years back at this point. My mom, Deborah Rudnick, in the house. It's a 2 Deborah day. My mom saying, hope you keep your shirt on. And Madasaro saying, Hal's best from chest up. Sure. That's what people usually say about me. Cautious Barracuda, back to your question. Moon Knight on Disney Plus. Yeah, I saw it. I liked the first episode. Really, I like this character for Ethan Hawke, and I like that we got some decent action for a first episode. I've noticed like a lot of these Disney shows, these Disney Marvel shows, have been like so much world building that you don't get any action. So I was glad to get a little bit of action too in that first episode of Moon Knight. Let's keep going with our trending topics. And oh boy. So have you heard about this new social media platform that is failing miserably? Trump's Truth Social media site. The signups have been low. People signing up have like not been able to access it, and 2 top executives at Trump's Truth Social media company have quit as the company faces a lackluster number of users and plummeting signups. Also, like, in calling it true, like, let me, pardon me while I call out the obvious. Calling it Truth Social is like a lie. It's like, why would you, Rob Schaefer. So calling it Truth Social, like truth, that's the opposite of what Trump does. The biggest inauguration numbers of all time. He won the election. He lies. So the man known for lying is calling his thing Truth Social. Truth Social. That would be like me calling this show the anti-snack zone. The anti-snack zone. And this is a very snack-friendly place. We love snacks here. I have a little nut medley, nothing too impressive, but just a little something to tide me over if I get a little peckish during the show. But snacks are encouraged all day, every day. Fully loaded nachos, carrots, a vegetable tray, some potato chips, flaming hot Cheetos, a Snickers bar. Get your snack on. S. Friedman saying, not too many have heard of Truth Social. That's why it's failing, LOL. He's got the best failing social. We've got the best failing social media network. All the best failing executives for this failing network. That's great. That's great. S. Friedman. Rob Schaefer in the house. You know, Rob Schaefer is the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show. And let me say this about Rob Schaefer. If you find yourself in Omaha, Nebraska, and you've done something to put yourself at odds with the law, are you on the wrong side of the law? Did you get the cuffs put on? Were you served a summons? Are you in legal hot water in the great state of Nebraska, preferably in the greater Omaha area? Then you have one phone call. They give you one phone call if you get arrested, and you're going to want to make one phone call to the only person that you need in that situation. Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. All right. Well, Travis, I don't know if you ditched the sound effect or what happened there.
Did it not happen? What happened? It didn't go?
No.
Hold on.
No.
Let's take that one more time.
No,
I'm
didn't
sorry.
go.
I'm sorry. One second. All right.
If you wind up in some legal hot water and you find yourself in the great state of Nebraska, in the vicinity of Omaha, then you are going to want to enlist the services of one man and one man only, Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. There we go. There we have it. Boom. Rob Schaefer, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show. Rob Schaefer says no shirt, no service unless Jason Momoa or Christina Hendricks show up. Rob, well done, good sir. Matasaro says he's intrigued by my pro-snack agenda. Do you have a newsletter I could subscribe to? You know, I'm more of a hobbyist, but, you know, I can talk to you. I'm willing to engage if you want to put snack forward questions out there. Anyway, S. Friedman asks, have I ever had authentic Mexican food and what's my favorite Mexican meal? I mean, listen, Los Angeles is a great city for multiple varied cuisines. So I've had a lot of Mexican food in and around Los Angeles. I like Al Pastor tacos. Authentic Mexican food. I like some mole sauce. My wife and I have I think it's a Southern Mexican restaurant. It's Southern Mexican cuisine, and she gets crispy chicken tacos with rice and beans. I enjoy. I always get a chicken tostada with some guacamole on top. So yeah, I love Mexican food. Also, don't mind a margarita or two if you catch my drift. Travis is a Mexican food expert. Travis, what do you like to get when you're eating Mexican food?
Ooh, if I've never been there before, I go tacos. I usually get the pollo asado and an al pastor to try, unless its reputation precedes it for something specific. But as I get familiar with the restaurant, I try to learn what is the thing to get there. So I'll have, different spots around the neighborhood where like, oh, this is the taco spot, this is the burrito spot, this is the carne asada spot, and so on and so forth.
Very good, very good. Yeah. Glad to hear it. Rob Schaefer noting that keep all the deep snack talk behind the Patreon paywall that may or may not exist. Simon asks, what's my stance on menudo? Menudo, kind of the Mexican soup dish. And menudo is I don't think I've ever had menudo because it's a little adventurous for me. because I think like menudo involves like tripe and like cow like stomach and innards, I believe. So I haven't gone whole hog, but I've heard that menudo is a great like breakfast and hangover helper. So who knows? Maybe one day. Never say never. Oh, S. Friedman moved to Mexico because I moved to Mexico because I was broke and stayed for the food. LOL. Yeah, I mean I love Mexican food. What are some of your favorite dishes, S. Friedman? Let us know. Let us know. And also over in the chat, Cautious Barracuda says it gives us a shout out. Yep, the big lie. Talking about the big lie. Yeah, with Donald Trump. Stacy, what is up? Stacy enjoying a protein shake, hanging out with Tracy today. Very nice. Greg said, see you tomorrow. Greg, always a pleasure to have you. And Cautious Barracuda asking if I saw the Oscars. We talked a lot about the Oscars last week for sure. I thought it was crazy what happened. We, you know what? We talked all about the slap last week, and and then some of the awards. I thought the award show before, like Will Smith and Chris Rock aside, I thought the show had decent moments, but still was long, and the awards that they gave out earlier and then just cut in felt shoehorned, and it made the broadcast a little sloppy. I really enjoyed Amy Schumer. Wanda Sykes and Regina Hall were good too. Amy Schumer I thought was the funniest of the night. So yeah, mixed. And then the Will Smith, Chris Rock thing we talked about all last week. S. Friedman says, chilies and nogada are the best. Love pozole. And yeah, tacos al pastor are awesome. Sick. That sounds delish. That sounds delish. Wow. I didn't want it to happen, but I might get hangry like this early in the show. I did not want to get hangry this early in the show. All right, what makes me makes me angry, not hangry, talking about Truth Social. All right, let's bring that back up, Travis. Two top key executives from former President Trump's social media site, Truth Social, have quit the company as the company faces lackluster number of users and plummeting signups. Reuters reports Josh Adams and Billy Boozer, the Booze, who headed up the right-wing platform's technology and product development, have both left after joining the struggling company last year. The platform's rollout was bumpy from the start, and users running into glitches and errors when it dropped on Apple's App Store in February. Since its launch, app downloads have gone from a high of 170,000 downloads a day to a mere 8,000. On Sunday, MAGA ally Roger Stone accused the app of censoring him after it applied a sensitive content warning to his post that said, Trump also warns against the growing threat of terrorism by radical Islam mix in prediction of the 9/11 attack. Why would this be censored content on Truth Social, he wondered, later claiming that the Daily Beast, that the content flag was nothing more than a glitch. Yeah, S. Friedman saying, you'd need to be a boozer to work for Trump. That's right. Well, his, speaking of which, his former campaign manager, I forget what his name was, but like he's the one that planned, I don't know if you remember all the BTS and like K-pop stands booked tickets for his rally that was in, I think, Tulsa. It was his Oklahoma rally. And at this, and then it was half empty. The place was like over half empty. And that guy got fired. And then he was later arrested in sadly, a domestic disturbance. And he was like out on the street. Was it Corey Lewandowski? No, it wasn't Corey Lewandowski. But it was, but he was out in the street holding a beer and like really just a few drinks in. That's Trump really surrounds himself with the best people, the best. Always bragged about his Twitter numbers, not realizing half his followers just want to rubberneck the car accident. True. Rob Schaefer, what has fewer users, watchers, Truth Social or CNN Plus? Good question. Don't know. I would say, well, I don't know. CNN Plus. Those. I mean, all of those add-on networks behind the paywall. Yeah. What like Fox has one, CNN has one. I don't know if MSNBC has one, but yeah, Truth Social, like CNN, like they're at least they're trying to do something positive under the guise of news. Yeah, Trump has all the best alcoholics. There you go. But Rob Schaefer, a Google might answer that question. Not certain. Not certain. I tell you, I'm not signing up for either. But if it gun to head, CNN Plus for me. And Honest Hummingbird joined the party. Wild Chicken in Nevada. What is up? Maryland, not in Maryland, New Hampshire. Beth Ann in Georgia. Welcome to the party. Thank you for hanging out with me, your pal Hal. CNN Plus is up there for the hip 65 plus crowd. Yeah, right. I was flipping around CNN like a couple of months ago, and there was a live concert. There was a concert. James Taylor and Carole King. That's gonna tell you where the demographic lies for that. So, Truth Social, yeah, just garbage. Not surprising. One more story I just wanted to hit. Amazon workers in New York. This happened on Friday. This is a historic achievement for workers and labor unions. Amazon labor union wins historic fight for the first Amazon union in the entire U.S. Yeah, trying to get positive conditions, trying to get fair wages, hours, etc. for factory workers. So a huge victory. It was a great story how this guy was thought it wasn't quite COVID safe, and he wanted to stage a protest, and he got fired, and then he started rallying people, and all of the execs and everything did not take him seriously, spoke ill of him, defamed him, and then he rallied the troops. Chris Smalls, yep, that's his name. Thank you, Simon. And organized in a huge victory for workers' rights, organizing the first union. And it's a little bit of a sea change happening because we see it here at this, Amazon warehouse / fulfillment center, how it's actually going to be put in practice. That's to be seen. Okay? Easier said than done. And then you had a Starbucks as well. The first Starbucks, I believe it was in Buffalo, New York, also agreeing to join a union. So this is for some big steps for workers' rights. And that is the climate we're in right now. The Great Resignation has shone a spotlight on some of the disadvantages and some of the inequities involved in hiring and the way workers are treated and the inequalities. So hopefully this is a step in the right direction. S. Friedman says, we would give you benefits, but Bezos needs to fly the rocket. There you go. Well, Chris Smalls, the guy who organized this union for Amazon, literally said, hey, while they were going to space, we were busy organizing. So, you know what? That's a good thing for workers, for folks out, for real, everyday folks, making sure you're protected as you're working and not at the whim of your employer. Not a bad thing for where I'm sitting. Continuing the Grammys. were last night, and all of the stars of music were there. It's the Grammys, featuring the Rolling Stones, Linda Ronstadt, the Jackson 5, Frank Sinatra, Peggy Lee, Diana Ross. All right. So, let's take a look at Travis. Did you I know you're a music enthusiast. I'm not as much. I don't really care for music, but what did you care about the Grammys? We've talked a little bit about this in the past.
Not really. I mean, I appreciate it, especially if there's people that I tangentially know, involved on the production team of things. But for the most part, it's it's like the Oscars. It's like the most top of mind national celebration of the. Yeah. I have no real good take on it other than like I'm glad it happens. It's not something I'm super invested in personally.
Well, yeah, I would say there's a little bit of a difference. I think the Oscars veers a little bit more towards, highbrow art films, or these crowd pleasing movies, whereas just as far as like the feel good movies and well made, and it's a little bit insulated. Whereas Grammys is popular, but it's been diluted because you have all these other shows, the American Music Awards, the Billboard Awards, and then you have specific offshoots, the CMAs, the Source Awards, etc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
not to mention the categories are absolutely confounding to someone that doesn't do the diligence to look like the difference between record of the year and song of the year.
And
Like,
what's album of the year?
Exactly. That's an entire separate category.
What's album and
itself.
record? What's album and record?
Record is a single
one
song. So
yeah.
Record it includes the production and everything to do with the song. Song of the year is just the song itself, and album of the year is the entire body of work.
Right on.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the Tallywhacker. Great job to you, Tallywhacker. And
Nice.
sounds like the Grammys on CNN Plus. LOL. Oh yeah. Oh, that lineup that I was announcing. The Doobie Brothers. Morris Day and the Time. All right, Travis, let's go over some of the win. Oh, but here's the thing with the Grammys last night. Everyone's like, we're in a weird moment culturally. But so on one hand, they had Ukrainian President Zelensky speak
they did.
live via satellite. And then the next moment, they're giving Grammys to Louis C.K. and Marilyn Manson. Like,
Yeah.
how tone deaf is that?
The whiplash was severe.
Like, Louis C.K., here's the thing. If you want to, like, Louis C.K., he hasn't, committed a crime where he's not in jail. He can still make stuff. Allegedly indecent exposure, and I don't know, a disorderly conduct. What could you have charged him for? Rob Schaefer, if you want to chime in on this, the official attorney of the Your Pal Hal show. But he's not been charged with anything, so he can make comedy. He has been making comedy. But to be recognized by the Grammys, that's a different level. And it does laugh in the face of cancel culture. Cancel culture, what is cancel culture? It's just consequences for bad actions, And if collectively a group of people are like, oh, yeah, we're not going to jive with that dude anymore because he seems like a monster and he's hurt people emotionally and or physically, then Yeah, I don't think there's anything that wrong with that. Does the pendulum swing a little too far the other side? Yeah, sometimes, but that's we're getting our footing. And it's probably, it's probably always going to be like that. But then Marilyn Manson, just like multiple women coming out and accusing him.
Yeah.
Like we live in a fraught time. Deshaun Watson just got the biggest guaranteed contract ever, and he has 22 accusers. Like, I am not a huge fan of these guys getting all this love and like being able to reap these accolades and awards. Like, yeah, go make your money, but you're not going to make any of mine. I guess there are people still out there, but yeah, that'll patronize these guys. But Marilyn Manson and Louis C.K. getting that kind of validation from the Grammys is a little bit sickening.
Yeah, really undermines the idea of like the awards industrial complex and the idea of like looking to change the tide socially and culturally. And it just really isn't a great look all around. The only person that I feel like these allegations have stuck to in the world of music that's coming to mind at the moment is Ryan Adams, and that's because he was never a big enough star to have enough clout to make a comeback.
Yeah, like we're like the Academy is kicking, like, obviously kicking out Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, but then we go ahead and it's just so removed. Rob Schaefer chiming in. It's my understanding that CK would ask permission to do what he did in front of women. If they said yes, he did. If they said no, he didn't. I didn't know I don't know of any criminal acts for that. Gotcha. Yeah, I think a lot of it was the power imbalance of like, oh, I'm a big comedian and I am like so well known in the industry. And then there were rumors that allegedly his manager would step in and make threats for him, who was a big muckety muck at a big muckety muck Hollywood company. Oh, yeah, who knows? Paul Tutillo chiming in. Yeah, just the dilution of the importance of the Grammys, the iHeartRadio Awards, Radio Disney Awards, the Latin Grammys, etc. Great points all around, Paul. S. Friedman is saying essentially, last night at the Grammys, it's like, thank you, President Zelensky, for your inspiring story and support, stand with Ukraine. Now the award for best twerk goes to. I mean, yeah, that's that's kind of the. I don't mind that because that's Listen, if it's a music show, somebody better be shaking their butts, right? Man, women, everyone, right, Travis?
Yeah, that's what music is for, among other things.
For butt shaking.
Butt shaking.
Yes. Simon talking about Deshaun Watson. There you go. And Tallywhacker says, those people still generate money, and money will always win, sadly. Need criminal charges for those people before they're cut off from their industries. Yeah, Marilyn Manson, it's, at the end of the day, it's a believe women thing. And like Marilyn Manson and the allegations against him from Evan Rachel Wood, it's pretty powerful stuff, and a lot of women have come out and spoken against him. Seems like the guy has done a lot of untoward stuff, allegedly, at least.
Yeah.
All right, do we have a list of winners?
We do.
From the Grammys. Great.
See. Oh, let me get to the actual page on this screen. There we go. And there is, as aforementioned, President Zelensky zooming in. So
President Zelensky, he won for best electronic or EDM album. Is that true?
No, I think he just lost out. He lost out to Zed, but it was real close. Damn. I heard the. Anyways, record of the year.
How many nominees?
A lot. They've expanded the nominee base. It's kind of like the Best Picture thing. So there are a number of nominees here. So, Record of the Year, for people who don't know, is awarded for a single or for one track from an album. This award goes to the performing artist, the producer, recording engineer, and or mixer for that song. In this sense, record means a particular recorded song, not necessarily the composition or an album of songs. So, wrap your brain around that.
And the winner?
Winner was Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic, the supergroup between Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars.
Yes, yes. I like that Driver's License. That was a jam.
The other nominees: Peaches, Justin Bieber, I Get a Kick Out of You, Tony Bennett, Lady Gaga, Freedom, John Batiste, ABBA, Still Have Faith in You.
Yeah, not as. I mean, I like a lot of these folks. I like Doja Cat and SZA and Billie Eilish and Lil Nas X, but I like that Olivia Rodrigo.
This was her year.
Simon says, "I'm willing to violate my own HIPAA and be honest with you all that I suffer from BTSD."
It's all right. You're not alone.
Nicely done, Simon. Nicely done, Simon. All right, so that was Record of the Year, Silk Sonic.
Yep.
Song of the Year.
Song of the Year?
Yeah. Oh, Grass Puddles, like ABBA. Yeah, ABBA released an album.
Yeah, they dropped
a
a pretty hot record for people in their like 60s.
Yeah, right? Coming soon, Mamma Mia 3. Okay, Song of the Year.
Song of the Year.
Sheeran, star of Game of Thrones.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. And this is for the composition itself, and taking this record as well, this trophy as well, is also Leave the Door Open by Silk Sonic.
There you go. There you go. Anderson .Paak probably has the most musical talent of anyone here. Like, he's like instrumentally. Him and Bruno Mars.
Yeah, they're a power couple for sure. And Anderson .Paak is probably the highest Q rating of anybody in the game right now in terms of people want to play with him and he'll play with anybody. If you remember,
he was in that
playing
Super Bowl halftime show.
Exactly. Right? Yeah, and he shows up everywhere.
All right, so Silk Sonic doing it. John Batiste, We Are.
Big surprise.
I don't know it.
Big surprise.
It.
John Batiste, also known as the band leader for this the Late Show with Stephen Colbert.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
there
he
you
had
go.
This was a huge record for him that some people that had a few cuts on this were produced by the guy who broke Lizzo as well, and still came out of nowhere. People didn't really like. It was pretty much this was Olivia Rodrigo's year, but you still had Montero by Lil Nas X. It was a huge release. Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish's second record, like huge release. Donda was a dark horse. And for John Batiste to take that feels like the Academy, that is their Oscar pick of like, well, we're gonna pick this one because it's not because it's sophisticated. It's a really good record, but it was a surprise. And unfortunately, he's gonna catch fire for it from a lot of
best new artist. Best new artist, Phineas. That's Billie Eilish's brother, right?
Yes. And to call him a new artist is a little silly.
Yeah, and I feel like, come on. Would we care about him if it wasn't for Billie Eilish?
I would recommend listening to his solo stuff. It's really good.
I've heard
really
good things about Japanese Breakfast. Yeah. Glass Animals as well. They had a hit. I forget what it is though. Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo, she won.
Mm-hmm. That was Runaway. But this is a really interesting category. Every year, people who are fans of bands like Japanese Breakfast has been around for a minute. Glass Animals. There was a tweet I saw that said, the last time I listened to Glass Animals, it was 2008 and I was a sophomore in college. Now I'm thrice divorced and have 2 kids. And they're nominated for Best New Artist. Like, they had, one of their members came down with a very severe illness and they were able to rally and make a comeback and dropped a huge record. But it is silly. Like, the Lumineers were nominated for Best New Artist after they had been doing it for, I think, a decade.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's usually a correlation.
All right, let's zoom through this. So best solo pop performance, Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. Best pop duo or group performance, Doja Cat featuring SZA. That's interesting because Doja Cat was, she said she was going to quit music, but now she's a Grammy winner. There you go.
That track was huge.
Best traditional pop vocal, Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett, folks. Best pop vocal, Olivia Rodrigo. Oh, she just
Cleaned
took
up.
home a bunch of awards.
Cleaned up.
All right. There you go. You know what?
Oh,
what's
also,
the
this was
best
the other
rap?
one. Tyler, the Creator, took Best Rap Album over Nas, Certified Lover Boy, Donda, which this was the right choice.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Nice.
Family Ties with Baby Keem and Kendrick Lamar won for Best Rap Singular Performance.
There you go. Also, you mentioned Donda and Kanye West. This isn't in our list of topics, but Kanye pulled out of Coachella. Kanye will not be performing at Coachella. Travis, are you going to be headed down to the desert this year for Coachella?
Heck no. Actually, one little quick thing, something that was a little unusual. There was a tie, Best R&B Performance, Leave the Door Open and Pick Up Your Feelings. They tied.
Wow. So
Yeah.
they gotta make more trophies.
They smelt the Grammy in half.
Smelt the Grammy in half. You know who? We haven't heard anything. Sean Penn said he was going to smelt his Oscar.
Oh, yeah. I forgot
His
about
Oscars because if Zelensky did not show up at the Academy Awards via satellite, and he didn't, but then, nobody was talking about Sean Penn and his Oscar smelting after the slap went down last week. Simon saying the best rap performer should be Paperboy from Atlanta, as portrayed by Brian Tyree Henry. Very nice, very nice. I get what you're saying there, Simon.
But to answer your earlier question, no, I'm not a festival guy, least of all Coachella. Miss me with that 4 days in the desert being surrounded by people dropping one of everything all at once.
Sure. Yeah, it's quite a scene, and it seems very uncomfortable unless you have big money to pay for a nice place to stay in the desert there. All right, other little Kanye news for Rob Schaefer. WrestleMania went down this weekend. I've just, I'm peripherally aware of it. I'm not as big a wrestling fan as I used to be, but I know Stone Cold Steve Austin came back and, did a number on Vince McMahon in the ring. 76-year-old Vince McMahon got in the ring. And any other trending news with WrestleMania? Roman Reigns defeated Brock Lesnar.
Yep, and it's seeing scuttlebutt that apparently near the end of that match, Roman Reigns was legitimately hurt, which they're saying people were criticizing the match for having a pretty flat ending. Looks like he may have torn a muscle, like his tricep or something like that, which is a dang shame. But outside of that, not really. Johnny Knoxville won his match. He's undefeated at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rob Schaefer saying WrestleMania was pretty great this year. Pretty great. Yeah, it was a 2-day affair. I have a couple of friends who went down to Texas to watch it in Cowboy Stadium, I guess. I want to shout out some folks hanging out in the chat. Welcome to Sarah in Indiana. Honest Buzzard in Romania. Welcome. Doug in Ohio still hanging with us. Good to see you. Alejandro in the beautiful state of Florida. Verdant Antelope. New Porcupine. Wild Chicken. Thank you for joining us, folks. Please let us know what you're up to. Let us know, are you snacking on anything? Tell us what you're snacking on. We will shout out all snacks. And if you have any thoughts on what we're doing right here on the show, what we're talking about, please don't be afraid to chime in. You can talk to us by getting your smart device's attention, using the magic word say, and then putting in anything after that. Smart device, say, I'm eating some mixed nuts. Smart device, say, I'm eating some nachos covered in cheese. Smart device, say, I'm snackless. Utterly snackless. Let us know what you're up to, or go to YouTube and chat with us there. All right. Paul Tutillo at a lunch break. S. Friedman snacking on a mango. I like it. That's a healthy snack, S. Friedman. Very nice. Simon says, WrestleMania, huh? I watched SmackDown with North Carolina versus Duke. Deuce's Coach K. All right, yeah, the men's national championship, college basketball, going down tonight. We have North Carolina, and Travis, do you want to bring up any national championship? And men's national championship. Also over the weekend, the women's national championship went down. South Carolina taking it. So tonight it's Kansas versus UNC. Kansas versus UNC. Rock Shock Jayhawk versus the Tar Heels. And the Tar Heels, Coach Mike Krzyzewski, one of the most decorated coaches in college basketball history, often renowned as like the most beloved coach. He made it to the Final Four with the Duke Blue Devils, but love for him in North Carolina, that Tobacco Road. Coach K getting knocked out. And yesterday, again, South Carolina defeated UConn for the women's national championship. South Carolina defeated Connecticut. There you go. So on the same day that I won my fantasy basketball league, South Carolina defeated Connecticut. Doug chiming in with some snack news here, folks. This is breaking news. Earlier for lunch today, I had flaming hot Cheetos in a sandwich with pepperoni and salami. Wow, that sounds okay. A couple of thoughts here. One, add some cheese to that. Sounds delicious, and it's a lot of salt for you know what? I might have to avoid that sandwich, but it sounds wonderful, Doug. Doug, you're living your best life. Welcome to Spotty Gopher in Chicago, by the way. Doug, my friend Simon here says you are a national treasure automatically for that sandwich. Very nice. Very nice. All right. And let's see. Any other trending topics in the house? Oh, so we had mentioned Coachella earlier. And apparently, Travis, if you do change your mind and you can somehow gain access, there's a new airline that has formed for influencers. And this new airline is exclusively for creators and influencers, and their first stop, a free flight to Coachella. You know, some would say being on a private plane full of creators and influencers headed for Coachella might be one man's version of hell. That's the selfies, the videos. Just a thought. Just a thought. If you want to bring that back up again, let's take a look at it. Called Willa Airlines. Willa, they let you on the plane if you're not a influencer. If your TikToks have gone viral or you're somewhat Instagram famous, you might want to try to catch a flight on a new airline that's just for online content creators. Willa, an online payments company that caters to social media creators, just launched an airline called Willa Air, and its first voyage will take 12 lucky influencers to this month's Coachella Valley Music and Arts Festival on an exclusive and free flight. There you go. Travis, would you ever want to fly Willa Air?
Well, you know what? Would I ever want to? If given the opportunity, would I just do it for the heck of it? Yeah. But I have a question.
Yes.
More often than not, social media influencers live in and around the Los Angeles area. Are you telling me they're going to take a plane from LAX to Coachella?
Well, perhaps a private plane rather than, so 40, like a half hour rather than 2 hours.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm sure
I
there's
don't.
more around the country, but it just seems that's funny.
There are influencers everywhere.
Yeah.
There are influencers everywhere because, people who you can create content with your phone. You can talk
Yeah.
about content from any basement, living room, backyard, any outhouse, hen house, dog house. So, yeah, I would say they're all over. But yeah, this is a hotbed for this town that we live in. A hotbed for influencer culture. It's 12:08. Travis, want to take a little station break here, and we'll come back with our deep dive, our Twitter deep dive.
Absolutely. Let me make sure I have this right. This is our first ever live break. Let's see make sure we can get this right. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right,
wait.
we'll be back. We'll be back in 1 minute. We'll be back in just about 1 minute. We're back. We're back. Travis, did you compose those sick beats?
Lord, no, that is the best of the embedded restream music tracks because I checked all of them, and that is far and away the best one.
Very nice. Very nice. Uh, S. Friedman says, yeah. Oh, we're talking about just talking about some Coachella. Yeah. Talking about some World Cup soccer in the chat here. Italy is out. Russia was banned from it because of something they're doing. Ukraine could still go. It's going to be difficult. And yeah, just catching up on a little bit of this chat here. World Cup soccer. World Cup soccer. Very nice. All right. Folks, it's time for our Twitter deep dive. Every show we explore a Twitter account, a hashtag, a trending topic, and just see what it's all about. And I saw this was actually trending today. Oreo cookies. Everyone's favorite sandwich cookie. Actually, Travis, can we do a quick little shift here? Let's check out Oreo and then see if is there a Twitter presence for their one of their main competitors, Hydrox. Do you remember Hydrox cookies, Travis?
Remember?
Oreo
I mean,
and Hydrox.
wh- when was the age of was there a Hydrox like era before Oreo?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
Hydrox
curious.
cookies.
Huh.
Are you familiar with Hydrox cookies?
Yeah, I've seen them around. I believe now and then.
Oh yeah, Hydrox cookie.
Let's see.
Oh wow.
Largely discontinued in '99.
Really?
Reintroduced in 2015.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's see. When was the
All
the
right, so we're
original
gonna.
inception
So
was 1908.
whoa. All right.
So no, I do
So
not remember of time without Oreo and with Hydrox.
oh no, I'm not saying without Oreo. I'm saying just Hydrox. Do you literally remember Hydrox at all? Are you familiar with Hydrox?
Like I think contextually, but not in. I don't think I've ever seen a Hydrox cookie in person. I don't believe so.
Gotcha. All right. So, yep. Rob
Ah,
Schaefer
you know
says,
what? I have in the kosher foods aisle. That's right. That's why I know it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Paul Tutillo says, worst cookie name ever. Yeah, Hydrox sounds like a chemical or some kind of compound. All right, so we're going to look at Oreo, and then we're going to look over at Hydrox. Let's bring up the Oreo Twitter thread, Twitter account. There it is, a classic picture. Oreo. Rob Schaefer saying they are the cauliflower of cookie. Getting some good comments here. Your favorite cookie, filling your world with playful moments, 280 characters at a time. So I'm still confused over who gets 280 characters and who gets 140 characters. Anyway, maybe that's just a confusion that I will hold on to, like the difference between the album of the year and the record of the year. A robust 993,000 followers for Oreo cookies. Wow, crushing it on the follower count. And let's see what. So Oreo is trending today. They put out a short film about being an ally. You know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Not a bad thing. So let's take a look at some of Oreo's tweets. So yeah, although I always get nervous that Oreos or that when when a company wants to make some sort of statement that it's going to be a little bit of a misfire or something. But you know what? Being an ally, that's a good thing. Supporting your friends, supporting your friends and family who are a part of and potentially an oppressed group or who have their from an underrepresented community. It's a good thing to be an ally. And yeah, so we got the Oreo. Oreo put out a movie about it. It's a journey that needs love and courage every step of the way. Share our new film and let someone you know you're their lifelong ally. There you go. A positive message from Oreo. I want to keep scrolling. Iced coffee lovers, this one's for you. Mocha caramel latte Oreo cookies. Oh, the flavors. It's been like, for the past like 10, 15 years, Oreo has been like just a flavor renaissance. Some good, some bad. like all sorts of flavored, all sorts of flavored cream fillings. Could you say we're excited? Oreo cakesters. Wow. So those are like moon pies. What's the difference between a moon pie? Just the size, maybe. Those little cakesters. So Oreo cakesters / moon pies. Great. What else we got here? What else do we got? Oh my God. So Heinz is Oreo, are Oreo from Heinz? Oreo Cookie says, you asked for just the cream, and Heinz tweets helped us make it happen. Wow. Look at that. It's like a little ketchup packet, but for that Oreo cream. Tear that open and squirt it right in your mouth.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
Why? Why? Have you ever licked the cream from? What's the difference between that and licking the cream from an Oreo? Skip the middleman.
Functionally nothing, I know, but there's something about a Heinz packet that I'm just so, my neurons are wired to expect ketchup out of that thing. It's like, this is cookie cream.
Well, that white-colored packet made me think...
Mayo?
Mayo, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Simon is calling out all these Oreo followers for not supporting nut butter. A shout out for the peanut butter sandwich cookie, nut butter. Paul Tutillo, elbow cough. I guess not a fan of that packet either. Milk types, roll call, drop your faves. I'll say lately, oat and almond milk. I'm an oat milk enthusiast. I would go oat milk as my fave right now. Anyone? Oh yeah, Nutter Butter. Oh, yeah, with all those, S. Friedman making a great point. Oreos can fly on that new influencer airline with those 993,000 followers. Like, that's Oreos. You're an influencer. Well done. All right, Travis, just a couple more. Oreo cookie, we've fallen behind. Let's show our ad week. This cookie won't crumble. Two unstoppable. Oh, wow. So, two unstoppable snack brands go head to head in a sweet and sour black and white matchup for the ages. What? Oh, so Adweek did a March Madness of snacks? Can we see that, Travis? Oreos versus Sour Patch Kids. Who won here? Sour Patch Kids beat Oreos. Wow. Rob Schaefer likes that because he says, moon pies are delicious. Oreos are a mixture of sadness, neglectful parents, and wet dog. Shots fired. Damn. Rob Schaefer, what do you hate more, Oreos or the band 311? All right. Do we have is there a full snack bracket here from Adweek? I would love to see what went down. Oh, there it is. March Adness. Booyah. Sour Patch Kids won the whole damn thing. See, I don't love, because I'm a savory snack guy. I don't like the sweet, but the Sour Patch brings the sour. Ooh-wee. Oreo made it to the Final Four. Wow. Oh, it's just brands? Because Nike is in there and Apple. Sour, I don't even understand how this works because Apple is obviously the bigger brand. This is weird. I don't like this. I'm out.
This is weird. I don't like this. I think the idea was in terms of crowd favorite advertisers, their advertising strategies, their ads themselves. who has the best ads. And it seems like of all these companies, we're talking TikTok, Samsung, Heinz, PlayStation, HBO,
Yes.
Tide, Popeyes, Nissan. Sour Patch Kids was the winner.
I mean, Skittles ads are better than Sour Patch. What are Sour Patch Kids ads?
The sour, sweet, gone ads. I don't think
Which
Skittles
one?
was even in the bracket. It's stuff. Yeah, Skittles was not in the bracket this year.
Wow.
They'll have ads where it's like a Sour Patch Kid like cuts a woman's hair while she's not looking and then gives her a hug. And it's like, I forgive you, Sour Patch Kid. And then the tagline is sour, sweet, gone.
There you go. There you go. Rob Schaefer chiming in. Oreos never smoked crack in my friend's basement, so I would say I like Oreos better.
Jesus.
That's awesome. That is an awesome comment, Rob Schaefer. Let's check out Hydrox now. Let's check out... And by the way, Hydrox is not hiding how much they hate Oreos from the get-go. It's Hydrox at Hydrox Cookie. At Hydrox Cookie or Cookies. Travis,
Not
if you're looking
even
for it.
verified.
Not even verified. There it is. Okay. So Hydrox, look at that kind of like that weird European font there. Interesting. And America's original sandwich cookie is back. Stop eating Oreo, the knockoff sandwich cookie. Look for Hydrox on Amazon and at your local supermarket. Wow. Born in 1908, as we were talking about. Oreos had what? Nearly 1 million followers. Hydrox, 2,444. Oh, give him a pity follow, Travis. Give him a pity follow. Thank you. All right, let's scroll up and see what they're tweeting. All this hate. Hydrox are back in stock on Amazon. There you go. 4.5 stars. Hydrox. That's crazy that people that Hydrox came first and Oreo just stole their business model. Felicia Day, internet sensation. Felicia Day. Sometimes the internet really comes through. Thank you, Hydrox Cookies. You're the nommiest, most superior sandwich cookie. All right, Felicia Day backing Hydrox. A polarizing move by Felicia Day. Hydrox Cookie. You can now find Hydrox at all Cracker Barrel stores nationwide. There you go. On the shelves at Cracker Barrel. Hydrox Cookie asks investigation of MDLZ, Oreo's monster shelf domination. Is there an antitrust? Oh, maybe is Oreo going to be charged with a monopoly of the sandwich cookie market? Maybe. Who knows? All right. Keep scrolling. Wow. So Hydrox really trying to bring the fight to Oreo. I wish they would, like, I would like to see them get in like beef with Oreo. They need a diss track like Arby's had that diss track against McDonald's. Travis, do you remember that diss track?
Yes.
Thank you.
This
These
is interesting
brands-
because they're
Yeah.
deciding to take it. I think they have beef in the way, like they're literally trying to take legal action against Oreos, and they're airing it out on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Simon saying that Oreos feels like the Russia of cookie sandwiches. That's a little strong. I don't know if, I don't know if I can go there. I mean, like to borrow Rob Schaefer's rationale, Oreo has never invaded a sovereign nation. After Hydrox, let's see if RC Cola has a Twitter account, LOL. All right, so you know what? That was our look into the two Twitter accounts belonging to Oreo and Hydrox. I've seen enough. I'm a convert. I'm Team Hydrox. I'm Team Hydrox. I'm going to give the better Twitter account because I like the beef they're bringing.
All right.
I like that they're not holding back. They were first to the party, and they're not going to let you forget it. And what about you? What about you? Don't like their spiciness you don't like the beef they're bringing, Travis?
I think if they were coming a little more correct, I appreciate them advocating for themselves. It's important that we all learn how to do that in these times. But they're basically, their entire Twitter feed is them retweeting that they don't like what Oreo is doing, and they're not necessarily calling them out. They're just, it feels to me more like them complaining than being confrontational.
It's just weird. It's like
very
they're not
weird.
It's like they're not even promoting their product.
Yeah,
barely. They're barely promoting their product. They're just they're just being Oreo haters. And you know what? That's the more fun Twitter account to me.
Fair enough. You know what? Fair enough.
Like the fact that they're not even hiding it.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me.
It feels like a bit from like Arrested Development or something.
Yes. It's like Hydrox is a small company, a small, bitter company. Sweet cookie, bitter attitude. Hydrox. That's what I'm here for. I want, like, Oreo, it's a lot of corporate speak, and, it's nice. They have that, the promoting allyship. That's a good thing. You know what? I should choose Oreo. But I'm not. I'm going Hydrox.
Nice.
And you know what? There it is. Nutter Butter. Well, that's a Twitter account for a different day. Folks, now it's time for something we do most Mondays, a check of the weekend box office, thanks to our friends at Box Office Mojo. There we go. All right. Let's take a peek at what movies people went and saw. All right, so we talked about this one. At number 5, I think Travis is familiar with a TV show. Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie, came in at number 5. $2 million. $2 million at the box office. Domestically, $29 million so far. Internationally, $119 million. And worldwide, $149 million. Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie. Am I saying that correctly, Travis? Is it O or 0?
I think it's 0, but your guess is as good as mine.
But you've seen the show before, right?
Yeah. I'm nearly finished with the first 2 seasons, I think. But 0 is not part of the title usually. I'm not sure if that's an O or a 0. It looks like a 0 on the typeface, but I don't know. I wish the show was called. It'd be funny if the show was called Jujutsu Kaisen 0, the movie, the show. But
that would be funny. That would be funny. Coming in at number 4, Tom Holland, Mark Wahlberg, Uncharted, still hanging in there. $3.6 million. This had a good opening weekend. And domestically, it's up at $138 million. $234 million internationally. $373 million worldwide. Uncharted hanging around at number 4. At number 4 at the box office this weekend. Coming in at number 3. The Batman. Want to kill the Batman? The Batman, number 3 at $10.8 million. Let's see those full box office numbers. Okay, so Batman moving towards $750 million. Domestically, $349 million. Internationally, $361 million. Worldwide, $710 million for Matt Reeves' 3-hour epic The Batman. You know what? Part of me, I wonder how much it's going to lose with people being like, it's going to be on, it's going to be on HBO Max in April. Like, I would like to watch The Batman again. I probably will, but I'm going to wait till it's on HBO Max. By the way, S. Friedman with some good riffs on Hydrox here. Hail Hydrox. See what you did there? I like it. Hail Hydra. And Hydrox's CEO is George Costanza. See, I thought the CEO of Hydrox was Art Vandelay. I might have been slightly confused. All right, so The Batman, number 3. Coming in at number 2, last week's number 1, The Lost City. The Lost City. Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum. I've heard generally good things. I'm interested in seeing this, but not interested enough to go out to the theaters. Probably wait till it's available streaming somewhere. The Lost City, $14.8 million, and after a couple weeks, $54 million domestically. Only $7 million internationally, $61 million worldwide. And your number 1 movie this past weekend, Morbius, Jared Leto, that sinks its teeth into a so-so $39.1 million opening weekend, but still snags the top spot. All comic book movie characters, this is from Box Office Mojo, all comic book characters are not created equal, at least when it comes to their drawing power at the box office. While Morbius, the latest big screen origin story to spring from Sony's Spider-Man universe, think Venom, but with a vampire bat DNA, did manage to open the top spot over the weekend. Its surprisingly soft $39 million debut hardly qualifies it as blockbuster, no doubt leading some nervous suits at the studio who had dreamed of creating a menagerie of secondary supervillains and ancillary anti-heroes to challenge Disney's MCU, or at least become the Pepsi to its Coke. Yeah, so Morbius, not exactly lighting the world on fire. The reviews probably did not help. Internationally, $44 million. Worldwide, $84 million. $84 million between domestic and internationally. Yeah, not exactly really exciting news for Sony. There you go. Yeah. S. Friedman saying in regards to The Batman, I've not watched it because it will be on HBO Max. I think it's coming to HBO Max. Holly Gutierrez asking, when is it on HBO Max? I think it's coming April 15th. The opening for Morbius, as they said, surprisingly soft. S. Friedman, surprisingly soft. That's what she said. It was embarrassing. All right, moving on from that. Dire straits indeed for this nation with the release of Morbius, I guess, from Simon. Simon, give us your Morbius on a scale of 1 to 10. All right, here, this is from Simon. Mild Dairy Lifesavers. Saw the noon matinee at our McMenamins. Okay, shout out McMenamins. The 3 of us were the only ones in the theater. The movie was lazy, silly, and forgettable. They wasted Jared Harris and felt like 3 hours. Wow. 1 to 10, it's a 4. Thank you for that review, Simon. Travis, what is up, good sir?
I just want to say, I think we buried the lead here. Something that that was glossed over was that, coming in at number 6, RRR, Bollywood Smash of the Century.
We did take a look at RRR's trailer on Friday. Yeah. Very exciting.
To sneak in above the 10th week of Spider-Man. So, good for them.
Wow. RRR can literally say they beat Spider-Man at the box office.
Absolutely. What a victory.
Amazing. Amazing. RRR, the Bollywood phenomenon, coming in at number 6. Thank you for pointing that out, Travis. There we go. That was your weekend box office. A little earlier, Oh, one more thing about Simon. Also, not to make it all about me, but I gave it a 4 out of 10 after an entire pitcher of hard cider. Noted. So, not even cider goggles that Simon was wearing during the viewing could save Morbius. RRR better not be a pirate movie. You know what, S. Friedman? RRR is an everything movie. It's, it's got tigers, it's got motorcycles, horses, superpowers, armies, nations. It's quite a spectacle, to behold. Oh, it better be a pirate movie. Yeah, it's R. Hey, what rating does a pirate movie get, Travis?
What?
It's rated R.
Ah!
All right. We mentioned the Grammys earlier. We did this with the Oscars. Now, let's look up the most shocking moments in Grammy history. That's right. Oh, my goodness. There's J-Lo in that dress, only to be outdone by when Trey Parker and Matt Stone wore that dress. I think it was Trey Parker wore it. It was pretty delightful. But yes, there is wearing that iconic dress. All right, so these are the most shocking moments. And not like, listen, I'll be the judge of whether it's shocking. So, number 1 on this list, Bob Dylan gets soy bombed. So this guy ran on stage and he had soy bomb written across his chest there. And let's give a little, I want a little context here. In one of the most bizarre award show moments ever, Michael Portnoy stole the spotlight from Bob Dylan during Dylan's performance at the '98 Grammys. Portnoy was hired to be one of the extras grooving behind Dylan during his performance. Instead, he rushed the front of the stage, ripped off his shirt, and revealed the words soy bomb on his chest and was removed relatively quickly. Portnoy later explained that soy bomb was a 2-word poem with soy representing dense nutritional life and bomb reflecting an explosive, destructive force, adding... he added that soy bomb is what I think art should be. Dense, transformational, explosive life. Of course, that explanation doesn't make his Grammys moment any less shocking. There you go. Number 2, Beck wins over Beyonce. So, yeah, I remember this in 2015. I'm a Beck fan. I prefer his earlier stuff. And I like he had like a nice moody album in the early 2000s, but his 2015 album I wasn't that familiar, and he beat out Beyonce's self-titled album, which Kanye was not thrilled about. All right, and then Kanye almost pulls a Kanye West, number 3, almost. Oh, so when Beck won, like I guess Kanye flipped out. Well, a little over Kanye's flip outs. So, you know what? No thanks. Let's keep moving on. That's number 3. That's not a shocker. The Beck thing, it happens. That always happens. You get musical, you get like favorites from the Grammy voters that will take out something that's more popular or even sometimes more deserving. Andy McLean saying, not necessarily a shocking moment. Maybe for 2001 it was, but I will always love Eminem and Elton John holding their hands together up high after their performance together. Oh yeah, that was nice, because Eminem, there's a little bit of controversy there because Eminem had some homophobic lyrics in some of his songs. Mild Dairy Lifesaver saying, great recall. Let's go back to this list. This moderately shocking, not very shocking. Jethro Tull beats Metallica for the first heavy metal Grammy. Yeah. There is Jethro Tull. There's the lead singer Was it Ian Anderson of Jethro Tull with his flute up on stage? But it's like the first heavy metal. Like, listen, Jethro Tull, they rocked in the 70s. They have some good stuff, but yeah, the first heavy metal album award should go to either Metallica, AC/DC. If Led Zeppelin was in the running, they also won over Jane's Addiction, Iggy Pop. Yeah. So, yeah, weird. A poor choice. I don't know how shocking it was. Frank Sinatra gets cut off and Billy Joel takes a stand. All right. So Frank Sinatra was honored in the 94, cut him off mid-sentence. Later during the ceremony, Billy Joel took a stand, stopped his performance of River of Dreams. Well, thanks for stopping a performance of that song, Billy Joel. Not Billy Joel's best. Intentionally to waste commercial time, saying valuable advertising time going by, dollars, dollars, dollars. He smirked and carried on. There you go. Interesting, but that's what these award shows do. They're disrespectful to artists. They start playing them off, even if you're a living legend. J-Lo wears a barely there dress. S. Friedman says, have you ever played Enter Sandman with a flute? Give them some credit. Nice. Shout out Queens of the Stone Age. Hard rockers for sure. It's impossible to forget the tropical sheer Versace dress J-Lo wore to the 2000 Grammys. Okay, that's a memorable moment. These are memorable moments. Nothing's shocking anymore. Is anything shocking? Eric Schmidt was quoted as saying, at the time, the dress was the most popular search query we had ever seen. The Google exec, but we had no surefire way of getting users exactly what they wanted. J-Lo wearing that dress. Enter Google image search. Wow. So it inspired the launch. J-Lo's dress, inspiring the launch of Google image search. Esperanza Spalding wins a Grammy and people learn her name. Good for her. She beat out Justin Bieber and Drake, Mumford & Sons, Florence and the Machine. And where is she now? I hope she's well. Not that shocking, though. There are, we just went over the list, and there's this isn't that hard, but there are plenty of artists that I am not familiar with. So good for you, Esperanza Spalding. Milli Vanilli, there you go. This is kind of shocking, especially finding this out. Yeah. Simon mentioning this, Milli Vanilli earlier. The lip-syncing duo. Their Grammy gets taken away. All right, what else? What else do we have here? Old Dirty Bastard interrupts Sean Colvin. ODB of the Wu-Tang Clan. Mario Smith. Hey, good to see Mario Smith in the chat. Esperanza is very much around. Nice, nice. Glad she's still out there making it happen. When Wu-Tang Clan lost Best Rap Album to Puff Daddy at the 1988 Grammys, ODB was so fed up that he stormed the stage, but not even during Puffy's acceptance speech. When Sean Colvin, who won the Song of the Year for Sonny Come Home, was it Sonny Come Home or Sonny Came Home? Was making her speech. I want to see that moment. I love R.I.P. ODB. I'm a big Wu-Tang fan, and I would love to see that moment. MIA performs while very pregnant. Good for her. Is that shocking? Herbie Hancock wins Album of the Year over Amy Winehouse. Again. Oh, wow. It says she was, Travis pointing out here, she was literally having contractions while she moved around the stage effortlessly. Very nice, very nice. Herbie Hancock beating Amy Winehouse, Album of the Year. Herbie Hancock, rock music and jazz legend. But so it might have been one of those cases where the Academy gives it to, someone who's a fave instead of giving it to Amy Winehouse, who, died tragically later on. Uh, there you go. Madonna shows off her assets. You know, what else is new? What else is new? Madonna, have you heard of this book she put out, the sex book, the silver medal book? Yeah, that's Madonna being a little quote unquote shocking. Yeah, not so bad. I mean, not exactly. Yeah, not exactly shocking. Also, Madonna, please slow down on the facial fillers lately. Oh my God! Like I was looking at some of the selfies that Madonna's been posting. Um, yeah, the facial injections a little much. Uh, all right. Helen Reddy calls God a she. Again, maybe shocking for the time. Not that big a deal. All right, let's keep Helen Reddy. I am woman. Hear me roar. All right, a little scrolling here. A little bit of scrolling, if you will. Travis, are you with us? We may have lost Travis. That's okay. Helen Reddy, I am ready to move on from Helen Reddy here. Oh, Travis just texted me. Breaking news from producer Travis. I've lost my ability to click. And Travis, Travis says he lost his ability to click, but Travis was literally bragging about having two mice to scroll with. Oh, Travis. Really? So we're stuck on this image for eternity? Can you plug in the other mice? Travis? The other mouse? It happens. It happens to the best of them. So Helen Reddy, and I'm going to finish this. I'm going to finish this list here. I will pop it into my search bar. And all right. Continuing with the most shocking moments of all time at the Grammys. And again, not that shocking. Not that surprising that it's not that shocking. So number 13 here, Helen Reddy calls God a she. Yeah, I mean, maybe shocking for 1973 when she won Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, but not that shocking for today. Annie Lennox fools everyone in drag. Annie Lennox, that's pretty cool. A little bit, playing with some gender roles and gender norms there. And Annie Lennox she's always been a badass. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Okay. 1984, Annie Lennox arriving head to toe in drag to perform Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. Jennifer Hudson pulls off last minute Whitney Houston tribute. I actually remember that. It was, Whitney Houston passed away shortly before the Grammys that year in, 2012. And it was a little bit like they threw together this tribute and Jennifer Hudson nailed it. Very nice. Number 16, Christopher Cross takes Sinatra's gold. So at the 1981 Grammys, it came as a complete surprise when Christopher Cross won Album of the Year and Record of the Year over Frank Sinatra, the legend. Christopher Cross's Sailing beat Sinatra's theme from New York, New York for Record of the Year. Wow. That's, an iconic song. I like the soft rock, the yacht rock of Christopher Cross, but yeah. Don't know about that. If that, I don't think that decision stands the test of time. Number 17, Kristen Wiig dons a wig. That's a wig and a wig. I loved that Sia album from what 2014, 2015, and Kristen Wiig dancing in the Sia wig. There you go. Justin Timberlake makes an awkward apology for Nipplegate, the Super Bowl thing. Okay, sure. Pink leaves jaws dropped with her acrobatics. I don't remember that. That does not seem shocking. 50 Cent makes a silent protest against Evanescence at the 2004. All right. He was upset that Evanescence beat him out for Best New Artist. 21 Pilots accept a Grammy in their underwear. Sure. Again, nothing shocking anymore. Oh, there's the Elton John Eminem performance at number 22. Number 23, Lady Gaga arrives in a giant egg. I remember that. You know, that was her thing. She always used to show up in a shocking, weird costume or outfit or presentation. There you go. 24, Chris Brown and Rihanna bow out of their Grammys performance after the ugly domestic dispute. Yeah. There you go. Most shocking moments. Many of those were shocking. Not many. Not many. Dan Kurtz saying 21 Pilots accepted the award in their Grammy panties as opposed to granny panties. Simon says ride like the wind. Christopher Cross reference. Nicely done. Nicely done. Speaking of, so Christopher Cross beat out Sinatra for New York, New York. If anyone here remembers the film from the 80s, Arthur, which was remade with Russell Brand. Arthur, the theme from Arthur, When You Get Caught Between the Moon and New York City, that's a really great, that's actually a really good song. Folks, and, you know, ironic that New York, New York, when you get caught between the moon and New York City. Anyway, Dudley Moore, yes, Simon points that out, and Liza Minnelli. Great movie, the original Arthur. Folks, we've come to the end of the show, and there's one segment left. Rejected segments. And this rejected segment is Hal acts out a scene from a movie with action figures. This, I don't quite have the right action figures. This would be like a tough thing, and I don't remember any of the scenes like that well specifically, like all the dialogue. But I wanted to do one from Spider-Man No Way Home, but it's like, all right, here are like the action figures. Like I need to like something to where they can all stand. All right, like Spider-Man No Way Home, like 3 Spider-Men. Like here are like 2 James Bond figures. You know what? 2 James Bond figures and a Spider-Man, and it's like, whoa, what Spider-Man are you from? I'm from The Amazing Spider-Man. What about you? I'm from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. What about you? I'm from Disney's Spider-Man with the MCU and Sony. Oh, great, look at us, we did it. Yeah, it would have been something like that. Folks, that's why it's a rejected segment. This has been the Your Pal Hal Show. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Thank you. We had some new faces in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Please, everybody, come on back tomorrow. 11 a.m. on the West Coast, 2 p.m. on the East Coast, 1 p.m. in Omaha, Nebraska, the home of Rob Schaefer, attorney at law. Hope you have a great Monday. Thanks for all the comments and for, again, spending time with us. Thanks to everybody at Backchannel. And thank you, producer Travis. Stick around for the good times that are on the way with The Drive with Mario Smith. Enjoy the drive with Mario Smith. I'll see you all tomorrow.